I watched Wolf of Wall Street with my pops. Okay,
Better than your mom.
We sat in the back, and my dad, I said, he comes, I said, how'd you like the movie? He says, I love the movie. I says, what do you think? I said, you think we should go back and have Jennifer watch it? My wife, he says, nobody from the family should watch it, but this was the best movie I've seen. So he was talking about it. So tell me, forget about the stories in the movie. What actually happened that maybe was a little too crazy to put in a movie? Was there any story that didn't make it in the movie?
When I wrote the book back in 2007, there were certain plot lines that got completely edited out because there were some public figures involved and some stuff. I had a lot of political stuff going on too, with senators and Clinton and stuff like that. And that all got...
Clintons?
Yeah, Hillary Clinton. It was a whole big thing, not directly with Hillary, but with a U.S. senator that she was bucking heads with. And it's a long story. Anyway, I don't
want to... It's a long story you can't get into.
I really can't get into that because,
Hillary Clinton and senators, interesting.
Yeah, so a U.S. senator who was incredibly outspoken against her, and they were bucking heads. Anyway, make a long story short.
This is New York.
Yeah, so when I submitted that to the publisher, Random House, they're like, I don't know about that one. So they sort of said that's going to be a political, hot potato. So I edited that line out. But I think in terms of, what people are interested in is things that happened that was so crazy and insane that simply were just, not fit for public consumption. There was a lot of that stuff, actually. So I think the one scene that sticks out among all was the bachelor party. So if you read the book, The Wolf of Wall Street, there's only one disconnect in the book. There's a scene where I am getting married and I have 100 brokers coming to Las Vegas and I ship 100 hookers out there as well. And it's just like the most insane situation you can imagine going on. We're at the Mirage Hotel and they sort of depicted that in the movie, but they sort of cut the whole thing out, right? And what happened is I wrote the whole scene, right? It's about eight pages long. And I sent it to my editor, a woman, Daniel Perez, and she'd already read insane stuff. Like, it was already all the dark insanity was there. She read this and she sends it back. She goes, wow, W-O-W, exclamation point. And she goes, I don't think other human beings will understand. I said, well, I know a few humans will understand. She said, I just don't think people will get this scene.
So even more than what you saw in the movie.
Oh my God,
truly
not close. I mean, it was.
Listen, there was a couple scenes where you watch it, you're kind of uncomfortable. You're like,
no, this was like far worse than anything in the movie by far. I mean, the things that happened at this bachelor party were so depraved that I had to leave. Like, I ended up leaving Vegas. Like the next morning, I got up and we had to get out of there. And I think the thing that the movie does really well, my hat's off to Scorsese, is that he was able to put the life of someone that did a lot of things wrong, did a lot of things really right as well, but clearly made some huge mistakes. But he put it on the screen without judgment. And I think that's what a great director does. What I hate personally, when I go to a movie, I don't want to be told how to feel. I hate when we telegraphs, like, they make it so much like, this is how you should feel, right? And it's almost like a spoon feeding the emotion. Versus he said, okay, here's what happened. It was fun. There's no denying it was fun. It was evil in some ways. It was awesome in some ways. But he's like, I'll put it up there and let everyone have their own opinion of it. And I think that was the magic of the movie, was to be able to, that's what Scorsese is so great at, is that he just puts characters up there. They could be lovable rogues. Yeah. It's all about how you feel, interact with the film, versus someone that puts a movie up there and they're telegraphing things. They hate this person, like this person. Yeah. They're moralizing. He didn't moralize. So I think that was the brilliance of the movie. Of course, Leo was just an incredible actor. Leo did a great job. And I think he shocked a lot of people with the physical comedy and stuff, and he was just great. And I think one thing that people don't realize with Leo is he worked really hard on this. It wasn't like he just like, I'm Leo DiCaprio, I'm gonna
So talk about that. Was he asking you questions? What do you do this? What do you think about this?
We spent about 8 to 10 months together. We're just like all the time.
You gotta be
Yeah, we're really just constantly being together, meeting and talking things through and speaking on the phone all the time. He was working with a dialect coach, and I was working with the coach with him. We worked on all the scenes in the boardroom together. Terrence Winter wrote the script, and it was amazing. And I then took the sort of the stock scenes with the sales, and I rewrote those just to make them totally authentic. I don't want to say, listen, Terry's amazing, right? But those scenes were just stock scenes.
Sure.
And Leo was so intent on getting everything authentic. And I think that's really why he was so great in the movies, because he put the time in. I'm a believer that, with anything that you do, you should put your time in.
That says a lot about him, like how detailed he is.
He's not like, he's like, oh, I'm Leo, I'm so great.
Yeah, that's so impressive.